Hi guys, this is Lashette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I'm back with a new video. This is something different. I'm gonna call this a witchy vlog, and we'll see how this goes. This is one of the types of content that I said I wanted to do in my magical YouTube journey, and yeah, so here we go. Today is Tuesday, November 21st. This is probably going to be roughly for the week, and I don't know that this type of content going forward will be in this format. I'm winging it, basically. I don't have any ambient noise right now, but the heat might come up and the radiator's like not far on that side. So fingers crossed it doesn't. Before I start talking about what I've done already, because I have some B-roll, I want to talk about this war between Israel and Palestine. And not even that. I'm not here to have a discussion, anything like that. But it's the Palestinian genocide. Their people, their land, their homes are being destroyed, killed, raped, murdered. And I am not there. The best I could do through this content is share resources with you. So down in the description, there will be links for where you can find out more information about what is going on. I know there's plenty of people here in the United States that are like, I don't know enough. Well, here is some links from Palestinians and historians and political people who have more knowledge and more experience, links to books, articles, videos, and things like that, so you can have a chance to learn. And there are also ways to donate, whether it is money or resources. If you're unaware, quite often food is not being allowed to be sent in, so keep that in mind. Water is disconnected, and it is illegal for Palestinians to collect rainwater, and electricity is quite often turned off when the Israeli troops are moving through the area, as they do. The other thing I would like to include, so there are links for how you can help the Palestinian people in various ways, things you can share, links to companies that you can boycott. The BDS has come up with various lists, whether it's consumer boycotts, whether they're asking for industry boycotts, where that's businesses to boycott other businesses and not work with them, and other tiers that they are working on. Again, all explained in the links that will be provided if that's something that you can do. There are links to organizations if you would like to support them, who are supporting the Palestinians in the best way they know how. Links to letters and scripts for phone calls, where you can call your local congressmen and senators and ask for a ceasefire now. All of that is below. This is not an exhaustive list of or links and resources, and I did not come up with these. I am not Palestinian and I'm not there, but I've done my best to track down reputable sources to share with you, and the credit for compiling this information of various kinds goes to the original creators, so do give them that. I will say also, beyond reading and watching videos and things like that, social media is out there. You can follow people of the Muslim faith, Palestinians, reporters, and non-major media reporters that are on the ground. You can follow people who are Palestinian or Palestinian descent who are telling their stories of what's happening, and you don't have to comment. If they ask you to, you should share if you feel that you can. I'm not here to shame anybody. But if nothing else, you can listen, you can watch. Just take care of yourself. It's a lot of things are very graphic. People are dying. And that is nothing that we should ignore. So please have a gander at those links. Take your time, go through them, and share if you can. Now, yeah, today is Tuesday, and this vlog, I had various ideas, but I think this is going to be mostly focused on doing Benebell Wen's 22 weeks for the Spirit Keepers Tarot. My deck cover is here, the box cover. I have the Revelations first edition. So 22 weeks is a kind of workbook that came with the original first edition of the Spirit Keepers Tarot, the black and white one, by Benebell Wen. I do not have that because the edition I bought was the Revelation, which is a colored in version, but one day I plan on getting it. You can purchase it separately. I haven't done that yet because money priorities. However, in an official, unofficial study group on Facebook for Spirit Keepers Tarot, many people have done kind of a group working through the 22 weeks. And I'm not quite fully doing it. One, I don't have the workbook, but also I don't feel I have the capacity to do it fully. So you take 22 weeks, and one half of it is studying the deck, card by card. There are cards to study for almost every single day. That's why it's 22 weeks. Going through all 80 cards, and then there is 81 cards, sorry. Then the other half of it is kind of a metaphysical workshop type thing. Every week there are things to do for each day of the week. So Mondays are associated with the moon, so you do like a weekly forecast and a meditation of some kind. I'm doing the focus kind, and like that. Tuesdays there's something to do, Wednesdays there's something to do, every day of the week, and then you repeat the next week and so on, and you do this for 22 weeks, a little less than half a year. So like I said, I'm not doing the card study every day right now. It's just a lot. I don't have the workbook. I know there were like more details in it, but because of the group study, they just give you an overview of what cards to study that week. The Revelations edition does come with a workbook that is different. However, it's just about doing the weekly rituals, essentially. So, all of that. That's, I guess, what I'll focus on sharing somewhat of my journey. I've done about 4 weeks so far. October was really good for it. And then I kind of fell off. We're in the 3rd week of November now, roughly. And yeah, I kind of, like I said in the past, I use videos to kind of keep me accountable to myself. And I figured, why not? Because I've been struggling to do these weekly. I'm not beating myself up anymore because I reread the Book of Maps and the Revelations workbook, and somewhere in there, I'm paraphrasing right now, Benebell says how you don't have to do the 22 weeks consecutively. So if you miss a week, you just start again the next week, and that's why I'm not beating myself up. However, okay, so what have I done so far? It is Tuesday. Fell off. Well, I didn't get to yesterday. It was a busy day, and I had an Etsy order to get out. I thought about filming, but it just, we're probably going to be around this morning. So I did my weekly forecast. I'm using a spread that Benebell has provided, and it in the workbook, and it's like your spirit of the week, and then what is what you should focus on this week, essentially, what's, you know, in your best interest to focus on this week, and something you should pay attention to. So I got my 3 cards for that. So roughly every 10 days, we're studying a different minor arcana card in the tarot, and this 10-day period I'm currently in is 7 of Cups, or Venus in Scorpio. So I'm both studying astrology and tarot, more heavily on the astrology. But anyway, I'm using my Light Seers Tarot to come up with those Monday mantras or affirmations. And the one for the 7 of Cups, since that's the card I'm studying, my wildest imagination is a tool that I can use to inform my future in a down-to-earth way. So, saying that for 10 minutes, I did do this morning, even though that was a Monday thing. But Tuesday's activities, you're supposed to do is a weekly status update of my aspirations. And again, I don't have a printout of the workbook, either the 22 weeks one or the one that came with the Revelations edition. So I've kind of adjusted this, and how I do it is I do my weekly spreads in my bullet journal. If you're new here, I bullet journal. If you're not new here, there's a ton of Plan With Me and bullet journal review videos that you can check out, and there'll be a review coming up soonish. In this today, I set up the next 2 weeks because I'm actually on the last pages of my bullet journal, so December will be in another notebook. Setting up the week, trying to figure out like what of my monthly projects I need to be working on in this week and how to parcel that out, any events I have coming up. That's how I kind of think of the aspirations, like what do I want to get done and how we're gonna, I guess, put it out there. I may, if I can, do some time blocking. This is somewhat of a difficult week for major aspirations because Thanksgiving is on Thursday, and my household is the one that cooks. When I say that, I mean me and my father cook, and we're gonna have to buy some things at some point this week, and then spend the day cooking, and then Thanksgiving Day is gonna be at my grandmother's. So, yeah. Another task for this Tuesday is 1 waking hour of total silence. And I usually do those in the morning. This morning, I did it while I was doing all of the other things I mentioned so far. Those take longer than you think. The journaling part, honestly. But the last thing I have to do for the Tuesday 22 weeks activities today is 15 minutes of vitality strengthening, which is basically exercise of some kind. And this year I've been really lax on the exercise, so I do want to get back to that. But in October I was still going on Tuesdays to the foodway, and that's exercise in and of itself. I'd walk there, and that's about 20 to 30 minutes depending on how fast I walk. And then 2 hours of weeding, mulching, lifting, pulling, pushing. Like, that was built-in exercise. Gardening, essentially. And yeah, we haven't been doing that. It's November now. There's not too much to do, but I can do stuff at home, obviously. That's enough of a intro, as it were, and I'll probably just talk as I'm doing things, and we'll go from there. In this vlog, you'll get like some magic being done as I can, like what is possible for me to film, like practical, because usually I have to put it somewhere, a camera, or I have to hold it, and that makes for difficulties. But yeah, so let's go. Hi guys, so we're gonna wrap this up. I have decided to make this a series, a short kind of mini series. Essentially, in the process of editing this witchy vlog, I wound up taking out a lot of things, and it wound up, even with that being about an hour long. After some discussion with wiser people, I decided I can break this up into 3 or 4 parts, so that is what I'm going to do. So this is still part of a weekly vlog. It's just a couple of days at a time. So far you've got Monday and Tuesday. I'll probably upload these in succession so you can enjoy them piece by piece at your leisure. So look forward to the next pieces very soon. That is it, guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. Links in the description to everything I discussed, including ways you can support Palestinian peoples at this time. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.